go over what's included and some of the specifications that they actually have written on the box. Now most of them are on the other side here, so I'm just going to head over here. And let's start off. This is actually the so it's the VIZIO E50-C1 is the model number, and it's part of the E series. No idea how that fits into their spectrum of devices. Like I said, VIZIO wasn't even on my radar until I actually seen it in the store. But let's go over some of the features. Now it has Theater 3D, which is the exact same 3D that you get in movie theaters. So those real 3D glasses you get in movie theaters, you can actually bring them home and use them with this TV. It's also known as the passive shutter. Now the one downfall to this technology is that if you're watching a 3D movie in 1080p, it actually splits it. So you're actually only getting 540 in each eye. For me, I've never really noticed a difference. It's still enough resolution that it still looks really good to me. And you don't have to worry about heavier glasses or having to recharge them or put new batteries or anything in it. So as far as quality wise, do I really notice it? Well, maybe if I was sitting there with an active shutter and a passive shutter system and comparing, I might notice. But as far as watching a movie on one then going to watch it on the other, you know, if you do notice it, it's probably not that much of big of a difference. But this is an entry level. It's a little bit cheaper. Well, I guess not cheaper, a little less expensive. So anyway, just be warned, if you do want the greatest 3D experience, you might want to look at an active shutter. But anyway, this does come with 2 pairs of glasses. Now it comes with one premium and one basic. Not really sure what they're talking about there, so we'll have to take a look when we open the box. It comes with the VIZIO Internet app, so it's a smart TV. This is one of the things that I actually wanted, because I actually wanted to be able to watch Netflix on the TV without having to worry about turning any of the computers on or anything like that. This is an LCD, so it is going to be a little bit thicker than some of the better TVs, the LED ones. It shouldn't be as thick as a plasma, although plasmas have come down quite a bit in thickness. This also has Wi-Fi. It's the 802.11n, and they haven't actually have it as the 802.11n HD. No idea what the HD is. I've never heard of that. But anyway, it is the 802.11n network, and it does have a Ethernet port. So for whatever reason that doesn't prove to be fast enough, you can plug a cable into it if it's close enough to an outlet for you. Now at the front here, it does show a few of the apps that come with it. You have Netflix, Vudu, Hulu Plus, Pandora, and on the side here it actually has a few more. Blockbuster is also listed. Rhapsody. Was Vudu on the front? Yes, it was. Facebook, Fandango, Twitter. Well, let's see. Actually, I have quite a few listed here, but they're constantly updating them, so it's going to have all the popular ones like Amazon, everything else that you'd expect to see on all the other TVs. And let's see what else is interesting that's written on here. Not seeing anything else on this side, but just check the other side. It shows a picture of the glasses, which we're going to open and see soon anyway. Okay, the type of 3D it supports is the side-by-side, which is also known as SBS, and the top to bottom, which is also known as TV. And then it has another one called Sensio 3D, which I'm not really sure of. I've never heard of before. It does actually have the Real D 3D logo on the side here. So you'll be able to use those glasses. And on the back of the box, it just has a big picture of some guy smiling. So right off the bat, one thing I wanted to comment on this is the actual box itself. Now the unit itself doesn't weigh that much. Even with all the packaging, it's about 50 pounds. But these little hand holes that they have here at the side, they're your typical cardboard fold-in hand holes. But the fold itself is very small. So if you put any more than 2 fingers in there, you're actually off the fold and the cardboard itself is on your fingers. And while 50 pounds may not be that much weight, it does tend to dig in quite a bit into your fingers while you're carrying it. So you pick it up and you're like, oh, it's not that heavy. You get about 5 feet and you're kind of like, yow. But anyway, that was my first gripe with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the floor and start opening it up, and let's take a look, see what's inside. So let's cut up my fingers. Alright, so here we are looking at the top of it. I'm just going to go ahead and cut through the tape. Alright, so the first package I opened up inside actually comes with a screwdriver. And this is probably the first piece of electronics I've ever opened up that's come with its own screwdriver. But anyway, it also has the power cord. We'll just set that down. The other end, the remote. Let's go ahead, we'll open that up. So we have a full keyboard. Well, maybe not quite full, depends on your definition of full. All the letters are there, looks like all the important keys. Directional key, kind of like the XY, it's like a game pad. You flip it over, you have your standard looking remote here. The buttons feel a little gummy, rubbery. That should be fine though. We'll go ahead and we'll put the batteries in, we'll find out. At the top here it does actually have 3 specific buttons, one for Amazon. So even though it wasn't shown on the box, it apparently does have it. Netflix and Vudu. And looks like these are probably your favorite keys. Changing channels, menu, pretty much all your basic remote functions. And again, the cool part is the keyboard. So we'll go ahead, we'll put that down. It is fairly lightweight. I wouldn't say it feels cheap. It does feel light though, but we'll go ahead. We'll try that out. Now there is nothing left in the top of the box. Oh, there is. We have our Theater 3D glasses next. So we're going to go ahead, we'll open these up. I'll have to get the old trusty knife out. We'll just cut that. Open these up. And it comes with 2 pairs of glasses and a little cleaning cloth. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at these glasses. Alright, so we'll take them out of the package. And they are sealed. Now to be honest, they feel very lightweight and cheap, just as much as the ones you get in the theater. They do have a glossy finish. These have the VIZIO insignia on them, as well as the name on the inside. So that's one pair. I believe that's the premium pair. Now for the non-premium pair, here we go. It's kind of doesn't seem as glossy. Let's go ahead and we'll put them side by side. If you notice, the actual frame is different. These are a little more, I guess, stylish, a little sleeker. Let me actually put them in frame again. They don't have the logo or the writing on the inside. This does have something on the inside. Small, let's see, not for use as sunglasses. Made in China. Okay. Go ahead and look at the front. The premium ones, these shinier ones, do seem to have a bit bigger of a eye hole. Can we line them up on top of each other? Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit bigger of an eye hole, not much. But for the most part, they look pretty much the same. Looking through them, to be honest, these shiny ones seem to have a lot more glare. I will have to test that out when we actually get to some 3D content. We'll go ahead, we'll put those down. And now we're actually done with all the stuff that came with it. So next we're going to take a look at the actual TV. So we'll go ahead, we'll get rid of the styrofoam. Alright. Now the first thing I want to pull out actually is the base. And I'm going to go ahead and move the rest of this stuff off to the side. Unpackage the base. I'm going to leave this little protective condom on for now. I'm not really sure which way it goes. I imagine it goes this way. I'm not seeing mounting screws or anything like that yet. Just taking a look. might be somewhere else. It's usually stored at the back of the TV. There we go, down here. Alright, so in this bag, we'll just open it up. Actually take a look at everything. You're going to have your documentation. So here's the first one, Theater 3D, blah blah blah. I wouldn't say it's really, well, it is in color. Okay, but standard documentation. You may or may not wish to read that. We'll go ahead, we'll open this up. It's your registration, standard registration card. We'll go ahead, probably fill that out, probably offer your warranty. Next in there is another thing on, it looks like internet apps. And maybe looks like a little quick setup. And accessories that can go with it. Okay, we'll open that bag after because there is something else in here. Looks like it comes with a nice little chamois to clean your bezel and screen. So that's pretty cool. It feels like it's actually really good quality in there. We'll check that out. Okay, now there's another bag inside there, and inside that bag we have our screws for the base. It actually does come with batteries for the remote. Another big screw here might either go into the base or into something. We'll have to take a look. And it actually does come with a retaining cable. If I understand this right, it actually hooks up, to the wall, or hooks up to something so your TV doesn't tip over. Most people put it on the wall. Since we will be eventually wall mounting ours, I'm not too worried about it. So we'll go ahead, we'll put that off to the side, and well, let's get the big TV out next. Alright, so we do have the TV out now, and let's go ahead and actually take this protective covering off. Let me have to get this side. There we go. Now I have it set on the box because until I actually get it onto the base, I wanted something to lean it against, and I wanted it to lean against the desk. But let's go ahead and we'll get this off first.